We've got Drew Underwood hanging out with us this morning from the Capital City Airport and from DreamFlight Charities as well. Good morning, Drew. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We've got you on. We had you on earlier in the year in March to get sort of an overview of Aviation Day, and then we wanted to bring you back on as we get a little bit closer to the event. And hard to believe, right? Here we are, September 20th is Aviation Day, but we've got you back on to help spread the word and share some more details on next Saturday's event.
Yeah, and totally. Yeah, I feel like I've blinked and this year just went by. but it's hard to believe we're less than 2 weeks away now, and we just got a lot in store. Have drastically grown this event from our 2023 event, and it's just going to be a fun, exciting time for families to come out. Free admission, plenty of stuff for the family to enjoy.
And it's just we were talking before we went live, it's just such a great opportunity for people who are interested in aviation, and then just a great chance for kids too. We definitely want to highlight our airports for the resource that they are. And I think a lot of people don't realize just how vital their local general aviation airport is for their community. We have a lot of business people that come through. Obviously here in Frankfort, we have a National Guard air support facility, Kentucky State Police that are operating out of there. So there's a lot that's going on, but even our other communities that have a small airport, just being able to maximize and leverage those, they're so vital to the communities they serve. What can people expect when they roll into the Capital City Airport on September 20th?
There's going to be plenty. So gates are going to open at 9 o'clock that morning, and we're going to start off with some live entertainment. We're going to have the 202nd Army Band, but also the Downtown County Band. They'll be performing live. Plenty of static aircraft displays, local aviation businesses, some public-facing organizations set up. We've got a car show planned. DreamFlight Charities is actually bringing back their plane pool event, so we're letting people strap up to an 11,000-pound Learjet, see if they can pull it in the fastest time. I think we're trying to get them to pull it 50 feet. And then, of course, we're going to have our air show. So we've got all the same performers from 2023. They're returning, but we also have Tico Lacerda. He's another amazing aerobatic performer. He'll be joining us this year as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What all kind of goes into safety precautions when it comes for the aerial performances?
So the process begins, months in advance. So one of the first things we have to do is get a special waiver from the FAA because technically we're going to be closing that runway down, securing that airspace, basically creating an aerobatic box, that these guys are going to be performing in. But then here within the last couple of weeks, we've been meeting with, local police, sheriff's department, fire department, EMS, just talking through what happens, in the advent, something were to take place. How are we going to respond effectively, quickly, and in a way that's going to, further promote safety. So we pray that it never comes to stuff like that, but there's a lot of pre-planning, a lot of conversations that take place just to make sure everybody's safe and good to go.
Yeah, that the spectators are that you've scouted all that and where they are, that it keeps them 100% safe.
So we've talked about the schedule. Maybe we can briefly touch on the logistics as well, about where you kind of want folks to, where they can park for the event.
Yeah, so there's a couple different things going on this year. So we were talking pre-show, there's a lot of construction, a lot of renovation happening at the airport this year. So we're actually working on rerouting a road, and usually that field that everybody parks in, it's going to be unavailable. So we have some satellite locations. There's going to be limited handicap parking at the Kentucky Department of Aviation and the airport itself. We'll have a few spots open to the general public, but from there, we would encourage people to either park at the Higher Education Assistance Building, the Kentucky Retirement Systems Building, or Commonwealth Credit Union. We will have a shuttle, actually 4 different shuttles, running around throughout the day, constantly helping people get back and forth to those lots.
That's perfect. And then talk about maybe the proceeds from the event.
Yeah, so there's always sponsorship opportunities. Obviously, part of the planning is also the financial aspect of putting on a show like this. It's not cheap, unfortunately, and we try to skirt by as cheap as we can, for sure. But anything we raise above meeting the event expenses for this year, it's going to go straight to promoting aviation education opportunities here in Frankfort and surrounding communities. So DreamFlight Charities, they kind of help taken on the brunt of the fundraising for this, but they've started some programming here in Frankfort, and we're looking to expand that. And so again, anything we raise above those event expenses, it's going to help us just introduce aviation to a ton of students.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Just a full day for aviation fans, and like we said, it's such a great opportunity for kids. We had folks on from the city a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about a Touch a Truck event, and it just feels like a sort of a similar version of that, but with an air show.
Absolutely.
And lots of other stuff going on. But it's an opportunity for folks to actually get up and close with some of these planes that you really would never get a chance to.
Yeah, and just a great chance to ask questions, to learn more. And I tell you, aviation, I'm speaking to the choir, but it's just a great platform for learning for so many other things and encourage students. And so we're very excited about bringing this back to Frankfort.
Yeah, events like this are the sort of thing that like kids can find their passions where they didn't know, and they go to something like this and they're like, oh man, like this is it for me.
Yeah. And it's so neat. Through the charity, we do discovery flights, some other things, and it's just it's always fun for me to kind of live vicariously through them, because as soon as they get out of the plane, they're hooked. It becomes an addiction. And so we're just, again, very excited to feed into that, help students realize that there's plenty of opportunities in our state's aviation industry, both inside and outside of the cockpit. And I really believe that Aviation Day this year is going to really highlight a lot of those things.
Aviation Day, Capital City Airport, September 20th. Drew, before we let you go, though, can we ask you a question of the day?
Absolutely.
Real quick. We were chatting about the what's your favorite movie soundtrack?
Man, I was thinking about this before you all started the conversation about like the pop songs and stuff. I was like, Hans Zimmer, like, he's I love listening to his stuff. But then I couldn't stop thinking, I'm a huge Jack Nicholson fan. Yeah. So I kept thinking of Batman and like Prince doing the whole soundtrack.
Party Man is
I still
on my
see
phone. Yeah,
I still see him bopping out in the hallway. So just a great fusion between Tim Burton and Prince. It was just about as awkward but amazing as it could be.
It's fantastic,
And I want to see more of that too. We talk about the music videos and being original songs too, but have like one artist do an entire
hand
soundtrack.
this to you. Yeah, go crazy.
Yeah, like we saw it with the recent Tron movies, right? Daft Punk did the soundtrack years ago, and then now Nine Inch Nails is doing the newest one, which maybe is the thing I'm most excited about for the new Tron movie is that soundtrack. But yeah, that's a great poll. The original, the Prince entire album of Prince music.
Yeah,
all for the original Batman movie. That's a good poll.
Thanks for being here, and hoping everything goes great on the 20th, and you all get great weather and everything. And Drew, I'm sure we'll see you back in again next year.
Yeah,
sounds great.
Yeah, I'll be excited to have you on to talk about the 2026 Aviation Day, but we'll get through the 2025 one first.
That sounds great.